Wander, stop complaining about Ring Fit Adventures.
I'm so tired. I don't know if I can Jedi right now. I might just have to Padawan.
You're gonna Padawan?
It's really tempting. I mean, for a couple of reasons. The novelty of the combat in this game's kind of worn off a little bit.
We've just arrived on Ilum. The Shattered Lake.
I guess it's one of those where, like, once the novelty of a gameplay system has worn
Jedi
off...
Temple. It's been a while, but... yeah. I remember. Every Jedi comes here as a kid. Or they did. When there were Jedi.
But usually when the novelty of a combat system or gameplay or just a game wears off, but I'm still interested in going, that's usually when I turn the difficulty off or like super grind up to the point of absurdity, and then just kind of punch my way through the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because it's just like, I don't know. It's not quite good enough to keep my interest in the same way that like Dark Souls or Sekiro did. Though I guess I never finished most of those on my own. I don't know if there's much of a... Oh.
There is a
That's
secondary route.
Separate area. We'll just do this one to start, and we'll figure out the other way later.
Mm-hmm.
I guess to explain my grumbling if Shell's comment didn't make sense, we did our first session of Ring Fit Adventures today, and
Looks like a way through over there. Now be careful with the ice.
that game is legit fitness.
And quite tiring. So, Wander's a little pooped. Though, it wasn't something that would have hurt your hands, per se.
No, but I'm going to be slow as a result. Slower than I normally am.
I do not like the idea of squeezing through tight spaces like that.
No, not the slightest. Oh, examine?
What was that? Oh,
This
yeah,
is
there.
the worst blizzard I've ever seen. The storm, the temple. It all feels connected somehow.
It's a defense mechanism, clearly.
Oh.
Oh, right, because you have the new claw grips. You can climb those pockmarked surfaces.
It wasn't even, like, visible to me at first. Because I'm used to them being orange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this seems incredibly dangerous.
Because that's just ice that's affixed itself to the stone. And there's falling debris.
Debris?
Wait, is there anything on that snowdrift?
That'd be, yeah.
Mm.
Good scan, BD.
Now, can you learn how to read Jedi runes in the same way?
As far as I know, they haven't necessarily written out a scheme for this. I've never actually seen this script used before.
Okay.
Yeah, it used to be beautiful. The warmth is nice.
Music here is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh.
Magnifying window. Built by the Jedi Masters who constructed the temple on Ilum 1,000 years ago. This window magnified natural outside light for heat. A beam of intense light generated through the large glass portal was then directed in specific areas of ice that melted under the heat. Oh. So you're probably going to have to open a way for that light to eventually melt things inside the interior.
I remember this room. Master Yoda melted that door to let us into the caves. Not with the Force. With that crystal. The light passed through it and carried its warmth. I bet we can do it too.
Have anything you can hook that up to?
Usually it's like a dark obelisk-y looking thing.
I'm not seeing anything. So I almost wonder if you have to prepare the room first.
Possibly.
Because there's that there to angle the crystal specifically. And
Or
even more
maybe
portals.
these aren't supposed to be locked open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one needs to be angled in such a way that it receives the light from one of those two portholes, if not both. So that point's there. I don't see anything on this side. Oh, what's that down there?
Unsure?
Oh. Something on the other edge of that column. Is it a spot to latch it? Yes.
I don't think it really likes me swinging on this.
Yeah, why don't you pull it towards you and see? Really? I thought we were gonna attach it there. I see. You're pulling it into place, but what is it melting?
The ice.
That one right there? Okay, I see it. Nice.
Yeah, it really does not like this swinging physics.
Were there any others that you need to do? How about that on the right? Can you look for a moment? Oh, no, don't go in yet.
I mean...
Left? Can you look? Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, that's something else, but we need to open up some of the other things first. Like, this is not progress. This is us going back up.
Light-enhancing crystals. Crystals arranged within the temple enhance light to focus heat on specific areas. As the light beam melts the ice, it opens hidden passageways known only to the Jedi.
Oh.
Whoop, let go again.
But yeah, we're back up to the...
Oh, this one will allow you to potentially have it go through. Oh, but it needs to be angled a little bit to the right.
So
maybe if you attach that crystal there. Oh.
That's not the button I pressed.
I was hoping that you would keep it in the same position, but attach that to that.
Yeah, because it needed to be over to the right, not over here.
Right, it needed to be over there.
Oh, wait, hold up.
So you're going to need to send the pillar back.
Yeah, the weird part was I used force grab on the... on this. And it's still... whatever. It doesn't matter.
And then we go back up. Oh, but now you can't get across?
I'll figure it out.
You have a lot of climbing platforms, but... Is there a way for you to climb up from the bottom?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Well, there's a wall there.
Yeah, but if you notice...
You can't jump high enough for it? No.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's stuff there too, but also too high.
Yeah, so there is a climbing wall.
Oh. Jedi devices. Jedi devices were constructed within this ancient temple to control certain conditions or activate protected passages. Many such tools exist using basic levers, swivel arms, and rudimentary objects that, when positioned properly, will achieve a specific purpose. What did he find?
Check it out.
Oh, a statue. Without any faces in them. A statue of a venerable Jedi Master adorns the central chamber leading to the Crystal Cave. Carved hundreds of years ago, it serves as a symbol to the sacred wisdom, enlightenment, and perseverance of the once great Jedi Order.
So, unrelated to this, sort of, I mean Star Wars, I was reading a comic yesterday, I think it was, on... Oh, wait, hold up.
Oh, so you can push it back.
Yeah. So,
Which means
this is a lot easier.
You let it go. You swing across. You bring that over. Then you reattach it. Can you bring that to you?
Yep.
Yeah, then you attach it.
Yep. Yeah, there we go. I appreciate the BD1 hint system. Not that we need it, but there we go. I guess I didn't even think that you could do that. I figured it would get, like, tangled up or just be locked in. Most games don't let you move that around, because physics.
What about the comic?
Oh, it was about Anakin Skywalker. And how he turned to the dark side. Specifically talking about how, kind of pointing out the hypocrisy of the Jedi in the prequel trilogy. How they're supposed to be these great heroes, bringers of balance and peace, and order and good and whatnot.
And how they were used as enforcers.
Well, not just that though. Like, he's living with his mother. It's a hard life and it sucks. And then the Jedi come along and more or less kidnap him from his mother. Can't pick up his, can't bring his mother along.
Well, Qui-Gon Jinn wanted to free both of them, but Watto was like, no. But then, yeah, they never went back for her.
They never went back. They never allowed Anakin to go back, and more or less used him as this tool. And they didn't even want him to be a Jedi, so they kidnapped him and didn't want him. And so purely because Qui-Gon was being kind of forceful, effectively saying, like, I'm going to raise him as a Jedi anyway. And eventually, like, the rest of the Jedi Council's like, alright, I guess he's pretty cool, and we do need him.
Well, what happened was Qui-Gon died, and despite the Council's reservations, Obi-Wan's like, I promised that I'd train him at his, when he was dying at my side. I'm not going to go back on this.
Yeah.
But the other thing, too, is, and we discussed this before at one point, would people that were force sensitive be allowed to exist in normal society having been revealed to or scouted out by the Jedi prior?
Well, that was actually something somebody brought up in the comment section about Jedi versus Sith and how there's so many Sith Inquisitors so fast. Is that the Jedi probably had records of a lot of force sensitive people that were too old for the Padawan system. And
or there were, I know that there were instances of failed students too.
Yeah, and
but how could they just be disbarred without having
well, usually if you couldn't make it as a Jedi Knight, they'd find some other job for you, specifically like the librarians and stuff.
The librarians were fairly competent.
No, but many of them weren't Jedi Knights.
That's
or
true.
Jedi Masters or anything like that. But, like, chances are they had massive amounts of records of Force-sensitive people, and as soon as the Emperor takes over, kills all the Jedi, gets access to all this information, he probably just go recruits a bunch of them.
And he'd probably prefer to recruit people that were already disenfranchised with the Jedi anyway, or rejected by them.
Because there probably are quite a lot of people. There probably are quite a number of people that are straight up just, like, mad at the Jedi.
I mean, I know Aura Singh was, for instance. Because she had just been left to a bunch of pirates. Okay, in any case, geyser. Volcanic activity on Ilum forms hydrogeological vents of hot water ejected turbulently, often accompanied by steam. These geysers may change in size or duration depending upon active volcanic episodes and ongoing mineral deposition. Okay. Oh. Never mind how cold this actually is. Ooh. Wander. What are the controls?
Okay,
Right stick?
Yep. Click and right to open that up. Sorry, I really want to find this comic because it was amazing. And I should have saved it.
What is it, BD?
New BD1 skin acquired. Tabana. Interesting. Yeah, so those are the geysers.
Hopefully it was one of the artists that I follow that retweeted it.
There seem to be a number of holes. Do you remember where we came in initially?
No. I think you're going in the right way.
Yeah, because I had swum in this direction to access the chest. Unless this is where I came from. Maybe? Did you come down a cavern like this? Wander?
Okay, here we go. I don't think so, no, because I think I jumped in.
Maybe you could have jumped in from something like this.
Press select. That's start. Other one. Okay. So, yeah, you want to go the other way. So hop back in and go to the other side.
Oh, right. This is the way that we came.
Yep.
So I need to go either left, which seems like another... Okay, or straight, which is our objective. Very well.
I add tweet to bookmarks. Cool.
How do you dive down? Wander, you can't just leave me with all
Okay.
this.
No, I just wanted to give this to you. You want to read it as we go by?
I figured out a way to get down.
Before we go too far, who's the person that tweeted this out specifically?
Faith Erin Hicks?
Yeah, Faith Erin Hicks.
Did she just make this herself?
Yeah, after rewatching Phantom Menace. And I just thought it was a super poignant way of treating the Anakin Skywalker side of things. And, like, I'd almost love to see somebody take the prequels and kind of rewrite them so they make a little bit more
There's heat coming
sense.
from those cracks underwater, but it's freezing up here.
Because I don't know. I thought it was really cool.
It's calling to me. We must be close. Jedi can't pick any kyber crystal. It chooses you. Yeah, kind of like you. Something interesting? Very nice.
So the thing about this first part about the Guardians of Peace and Justice, but they aren't there to free slaves, part of the issue was Tatooine was part of the Hutt.
Yeah.
Like, the Hutt territories.
And
so
they couldn't interfere. I know. It was a bunch of stuff.
Because if they crossed them, then that would cause an issue with the Republic, and the Hutt cartels could start more conflicts with them.
See.
It's a dicey situation.
Can I share it in Discord? Yeah, here. I'm going to quick share it in Discord while Shell reads this. Because I shouldn't have Shell read the whole thing.
Well, I'm not going to read it aloud. I was just making observations from what I was reading. Geodes. Ilum is naturally abundant in geological formations found within mineral-rich underground rock. Billions of years of accumulated mineral matter deposited from hydrothermal fluids have infused the rock walls with valuable constituents, including rare crystals.
But,
yeah, because a lot of crystals require a seed and water to grow, you know?
Yeah, did you ever have...
Shake. It'll be okay.
Those little crystal growing kits. I remember having some.
They showed them off to us in, like, kindergarten or first grade, and I always wanted one, and my parents were like, no, they're dumb, and I'm like, okay.
Well, the problem with those crystals is that they're the kind that it's almost like salts.
Easily.
Yeah, they crumble very easily, and it's not something that that will last a lifetime. It's not something like the ones that you find underground that have existed for thousands of years or...
Whoa!
Ooh!
Close one.
That was cool.
Call's getting stronger. Let's hurry.
The Hutt cartels are more powerful in Legends. With whole fleets and stuff. Interesting. I didn't actually know they had much for direct fleets. I know the Hutts themselves were super dangerous because they were nigh on unkillable.
Well, also, they had a lot of money and a lot of mercenaries and a lot of questionable people serving underneath them.
Because I know there's a certain point where, like...
The Hutts would have wars amongst themselves, too. Like Gardula the Hutt. versus Jabba.
Oh, I don't have a lightsaber. Shoot.
All right, because yours
Bail.
got destroyed. Though she gave her hers, Siri, right?
And yet, I can't use it.
Oh, can you hack them using BD?
That doesn't look like it.
BD can't hack
They
them?
have to be injured.
Oh, they have to be injured. Oh no.
Yeah, I thought she gave us her lightsaber.
Yeah, I thought she had two and that you could use it.
Well,
Let's go, BD.
Now they've seen you and they know that you're there.
yeah. Oh, damn it.
Oh, is that a memory? Or you fell through the rock?
Okay. Let's see. This looks like this leads towards it. Nope. Over to the side, you silly Jedi. Okay. There we go. Yeah, this is just a force or a health increase. I think it is.
Where did you last see him?
He was heading into the caves. He called out, but I couldn't find him.
Youngling lost. Forced echo.
Okay, so where I want to go is actually back in here, but to the right. I see. I guess they did light it actually pretty well so that I'd be able to figure it out.
Yeah, that looks like something you can push.
But yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't actually read a whole lot about the Hutt cartels when I was reading the Legends series. I was much more interested in the X-Wing squadrons, because I found them to be just a generally charming group. Which, I don't know, I found to be kind of rare in a lot of the Star Wars books. Like, I tried reading anything about any of the main characters, and I just kind of hated them.
Oh, well, the books that
That's it. I can see it shining.
The books and novels that I read were not always about the mainless Jedi. They were other members of the Jedi Council or peripheral Jedi Knights. Or, as I said before, the whole, like, bounty hunters and mercenaries and stuff that they had to deal with. And sometimes their investigations would take them to places like
Well, you mostly read the
Tatooine
graphic
and stuff.
novels, yeah?
I read a lot of graphic novels. I read some of the Clone Wars era novels. I didn't actually get around to reading any of the post-Return of the Jedi novels, but as much as I wanted to.
What you got there?
I mostly read the Star Wars Legacy stuff, which was the Far in the Future with
Oh, well, for graphic novels, Legacy,
Caden?
that would have been Cade. Yeah,
Cade, there we go.
Cade Skywalker. And Darth Krayt. And Darth Talon. And
Which wasn't too bad. It was a little over dramatic, but it wasn't half bad.
Kyber crystals. Powerful kyber crystals grow naturally on Ilum, one of the rare planets in the galaxy where they may be found. Such crystals resonate with the concentrated energy and unique matter through the Force, exhibiting a collective consciousness that allows them to communicate with one another and living beings. Oh, I thought they were going to say as living beings, and I'm like, whoa. As part of Jedi training, younglings were sent to the crystal caves of Ilum to mine these crystals in order to construct their own lightsabers.
I never did play the RTS too much. I played them a little bit, seeing as people are bringing them up. I played Empire at War. We had some mods that let us, like, go way above ship cap. And my buddies in college and I would do, like, 5-hour-long, just set them up, knock them down fights. It was great. I haven't done that since. I think just in general, RTSs have kind of faded for me, just because all the old ones haven't aged that well.
I can feel it. We're almost out of here. I promise.
All the new ones are just kind of bleh. I guess that's true of quite a lot of, like, old AAA, like, blockbuster titles for me. Is just that, like, there aren't actually that many that really appeal anymore. I'm more interested in either, like, people trying new things, or...
Uh-oh.
BD, don't come any closer. BD!
Ooh, at least he fell into some water.
Yeah, he's got a rebreather. Oh, but we're freezing.
Get out, get out. Oh, don't tell me you black out, or in this case, white out, right before reaching the surface. Is that Padawan going to have saved you? The one that got lost? Oh.
Trust me.
So.
No! Yeah! It's over. He failed.
Failure's not the end, my friend.
That's good. That's good, buddy.
The time's come. This may be the last you see of me. I can sense the doom of the Jedi Order is upon us. No! Failure's not the end. It is a necessary part of the path. Hope will always survive in those who continue to fight. Like you, BD-1. I believe you will find someone just as brave and persistent as you have been. And you will help them, as you have helped me. But your memory will be completely lost. Are you sure you want to do this? Beginning total memory encryption. Only with a trusted connection will your memories be restored. I believe in you, as I always have. And I believe in whom you choose to replace me.
memories. You risked them for me. Yeah, I believe in you too, buddy. Yeah, you're right. There's still a chance. There's always a chance. Come on.
A workbench? Oh.
That's just recap.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, to change color. So what are the colors? So you have like a yellowy
like
orange, the pink,
That's
purple.
downright vivid. I think that's like an indigo. Like, this purple is nice, but it's kind of faint.
Mm-hmm.
I think we get all of them. But I like this.
Okay.
Oh, she gave us her lightsaber to combine.
Mm-hmm. With the one that you damaged.
Mm-hmm.
Poignant in a way, combining sort of two mentors' sabers together.
Hey!
Reforged. Split saber. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I always fought that way in any game I had the option to. Knights of the Old Republic,
It's-
Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy.
So it's a special move only.
Oh, it's only a special move?
Yeah, there's a couple of things I can do with it, but yeah, it's a special move. Let's see, so color. So now we have all of them.
Oh, so can we see?
So we got
Green.
blue, green, purple, yellow, cyan, magenta, and indigo.
Ah, okay.
So I think I picked purple.
Yeah, you picked purple. What does
Magenta.
indigo look like? Just to see. So that's more of, you know my lightsaber at home?
Mhm.
That's the Mace Windu lightsaber. It looks more like that as opposed to the vibrant pink purple that they usually show.
So here's the question.
So then he reconnects it, but then do you just choose to ignite it as a second double-bladed saber? Yeah. So he just outright has a saber that he can split in half and reconnect at will.
Yep. Magnets. It was amusing when he was working on the lightsabers how they did convenient camera angles to hide the fact that...
He was working, yeah, taking pieces apart and what he was soldering together. Yeah.
I've seen a number of games kind of do that.
Ah!
Copy. I can't fight anymore! I can't keep track of him.
Uh-oh, what ship is that?
No one's ship, just a
Company
transport.
will not quit. Get the
Is it just
coward.
me, or did they become that much easier to strike down?
I increased my damage by a lot.
Look, under us. You got it. Step back. Watch out, he's moving.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Get the
6,
Jedi.
7, 8. That's about 20 guys that you've slaughtered right on this
Let's
platform.
take him out. Won't survive much longer. Move up.
Okay, I should probably actually counterattack. If I've got the gusto for it.
Join me now, Jedi.
I'm very tired, so I'm not going to be playing my best.